Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Star Trek Ganymede, Season 1, Episode 15, Maelstrom of the Mind, Part 2. Before we introduce our cast, I'd like to thank our new followers. Mad Cuz, thank you for following, and Greasy, thank you for following. And let's bring in our cast for this show. Go ahead, guys.
All right, let's get this party started. Captain, are you ready to give your log?
Yes, give me just a second. I was closing the door because my dog was being annoying.
Okay, and whenever you're ready.
All right. Captain's log. Supplemental. The Ganymede remains in orbit over the planet of Wudra. The Woohoo, as well as members of my crew, including Commander Dahl, have become victims of a mental assault. This attack was carried out by a superweapon designed by the Quaqua Principality. Commander Dahl is stable, but still unresponsive. I'm afraid I must navigate through the refuse of political unrest among the Woohoo without her. I hope that they will listen to what we have to say. The Woohoo could very well shift the balance in our favor against the Steel Prince.
Okay.
And we'll be right back after the opening intro. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Star Trek Ganymede, Season 1,
Alright.
Episode 15, Maelstrom of the Mind. Take it away, Q.
All right, let's get into this. So, Captain, where would you be right about now?
We just beamed back up to the Ganymede.
Yeah.
Probably. I would probably make sure that what's his name? Laveau, is given some quarters. I would check in on Dahl, and then I'd go to the bridge.
Hey. So, in that case, I'll bring us down to sick bay first.
You still have 2 tokens that need fixing. How
Yes,
dare
I
you.
know. So yes, Captain, you walk into the sick bay, and the EMH and the doctor are still working away. Meanwhile, the rest of the medical staff is just currently in something of a flurry. They've managed to get most everyone taken care of. There were a few people who were hit most of all and are still unconscious. They're stable, but they're gonna need some extended bed rest. You've been informed, however, that Dahl is another story altogether.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to step up. Dr. Dallo. How is she?
Captain, not entirely sure. She's well, but she's not coming to, I guess. What do I know exactly, GM? Like, is there something I can do to short of execution?
You would sort of remember, you would sort of come to the conclusion last time that her consciousness isn't really there.
So if I were to get like some sort of neural, like some sort of machine to monitor her neural frequencies, whatever, like would it just be deadlined or?
Kind of like her brain's still working. It's a weird sort of thing. It's something that you're not super well versed in, but that there's definitely literature on that. There's a certain psychic presence in all beings, and technically, the body and mind even can survive without it, but you wouldn't be you.
To try and wake her could be not necessarily harmful, but I don't think she'd be here. Her psychological state is elsewhere. I'm not entirely sure how to explain this, Captain.
Just see what you can do, Doc. Keep me updated.
Will do, Captain.
I look down at Dahl and turn and begin to walk out. Under my breath, I say, "Damn it, Dahl! Don't you go anywhere. I need you." And then I'm gonna head to the bridge.
And you do. Where I believe would you have had Pakcha and gang take up their posts again?
Yeah, I would have. As soon as I told them to get back to the bridge or get back to the ship, that's what I would assume they would go do. So.
Yeah.
Tiny Pakcha.
Tiny Pakcha.
As soon as I step on the bridge, I say, "What's the status on the woohoo ships?" And I'm gonna sit down.
What is the status on the woohoo ships?
You would know. I'm not even gonna make you bother rolling for this. The ships are mainly in a supporting role right now. They're offering what aid they can to the planet's surface. They have similarly managed to stabilize themselves. And are doing what they can to help on the planet's surface below. But they are far too busy to really pay you too much attention.
Oh, I was muted. I said if he was talking to me, I relayed that to the captain.
Oh, okay. I was waiting. I was waiting for you. I was about to be like, "Commander."
I thought I
right.
didn't realize I'd muted myself.
Keep
sorry.
an eye on them. Yeah.
I said I get him.
Keep an eye on them. Keep me updated on that. Ran into a little trouble on the surface. We will be having some visitors aboard the Ganymede here at some point. I want a security detail on every corridor.
It will be done, sir.
Good. I'll be in my ready room. Correct. You have the bridge.
Aye. Karak will quickly throw together a itinerary for the security crew and send it out. Mass email, space email, and then sit in the chair.
Isn't all email space email?
Yes, it is now.
I mean, it goes
Beautiful.
to satellites and then disperses it. So
Yeah.
Hashtag reply all.
I'm going to
It very specifically at the bottom says, "Do not reply all."
I'm gonna contact the 10th Fleet, and I'm going to inform them of the situation here. What we experienced, as well as what happened on the surface with the that one faction of Woohoo trying to, be kind of dickbags. And just kind of let them know all that. And then I'm going to drink some jet fuel.
Oh, good.
As I do.
Fitness medicine difficulty 3.
Dang it.
Partay.
Which, by the way, I am at 12 threat.
I should be getting better at this, right?
Well, if only you had a trait.
I mean, I could get one. I'm gonna buy a die with threat.
Yay.
Enjoy your threat.
Oh my god. Jeez.
I'm Captain Jack freaking Holloway. This
Oh my-
jet feels nothing.
Oh,
Oh, I'll take
Nope.
that threat. Thank you.
nope, nuh-uh.
Fine.
As the message sends out across the waves of subspace. We
Space
quickly
email.
space email. It's email in space. We pick up with Commander Dahl. As she wanders the ocean.
Last I remember, there was a voice that was talking about they lied and it burns and was obviously distressed and in pain. And that was when she tried to reach out through the purple barrier. So, against her better judgment, if there's somebody in trouble, she's going to go towards that purple barrier. Her justification for that is because emergency medicine is one of her focuses, and if there's somebody down, she's got to go get them.
As you walk towards this swirling cloud of purple, a figure, translucent and sort of fuzzy, it's not walking towards you specifically, but seems to be walking parallel to you.
Does it all look familiar?
I don't know, actually. How much time did you spend on Deep Space Arcania?
I, as a player, do not remember. It's been a long day.
Yeah. Give me Reason Command difficulty 2. It'd be harder, but this particular guy actually might stand out to you a bit.
2. Focus? Probably not. Not unless he's not my own species.
He's not. You can tell just by looking at him, by the ridging on his nose and by the jewelry he wears, he's a Bajoran. You've generated a momentum.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! God, you got me doing it. You recognize this man as Lieutenant Commander Varder Redun, Tiger Squadron.
Lieutenant? Lieutenant Commander!
He doesn't hear you.
Well, she's gonna walk towards him, because that's at least better than scary purple barriers.
Give me control command difficulty of 3, comp range 2. And I'm spending 2 threat to make that comp range happen.
Okay, how much momentum do we have?
1.
Okay, I'm gonna spend that to buy an extra dice.
Okay, you get the momentum back. You touch him, and he fades away. But as you do, for a moment, a small little spark leaps between your fingertip and him, and he fades away.
Well, at least he's gotten to escape. That's a good thing. Do I see anybody else around me?
No, you don't.
Okay. Well, then I start walking towards the purple barrier again. See if I can find the source of that, oh my god, I'm burning.
As you continue on into the ocean, we pick up with the captain.
Oh, it's me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm actually going to go to the quarters that I had assigned for Laveau.
Okay, let me see what I'm gonna do for this. I will use... I know. Kind of a weird way to do this, but I'll take it. I'm gonna pull your token down, Captain. Enter.
Side. Laveau.
Captain, you have been most accommodating.
I hope the room is to your liking.
It is.
I'm gonna close the door. Laveau, who were those people down there?
They were members of a group that are not happy that your federation is here.
I got that impression. Give me more specifics.
Well, I suppose you could say the last time a Starfleet captain was here, they tried to have him killed.
I see.
Fortunately, you Starfleet types seem to have an aversion to it.
So far.
That's good. You need that if you're going to survive on Wudra.
How much sway do these people have in your government?
Enough. Their influence was somewhat diminished after the actions that fleet captain, what was his name, Grennan took.
Yes, Fleet Captain Grennan. I'd like to know all you can tell me about them and how to best go about this to where we can get Wudra and the Woohoo on our side.
Well, I'll tell you what I can. I need you to give me a reason command, difficulty 2, to take in everything that this guy is telling you.
Okay.
He will be able to assist you.
Okay,
He's
I'm
basically
going-
creating an advantage for you. You're basically creating an advantage here that you know a little bit more about the tactics that you're going to need to employ.
Yeah. So could I use strategy and tactics as a focus? That does not
I
necessarily
will
have to be
take it.
military.
I will take it at an increased complication range.
Sure. I'm gonna spend a momentum for another die, and I'm gonna give you 2 threat for another die.
Awesome.
I'm gonna re-roll that because I have bold command.
Oh my god. That's also 2 hits. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8 hits. You're at full momentum. Yeah, you've got it. It is. There's one thing that's a bit apparent to you now that you're hearing all of the ways that the government here works. If there was one word to sum up woohoo politics, it would be Machiavellian.
Eesh.
Backstabbing and careful manipulation is the words du jour.
Yep.
Very almost Romulan in that regard, but psychic.
Yeah.
And it's kind of expected that psionics is used in a political setting here. I'll even give you that. It's kind of expected that psionics be used. But it's one of those, because everyone has it, it's not really as big a deal as it otherwise would be. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
When everyone's got the fancy toy, no one does.
Yeah. Okay. That makes it a lot more difficult. All right. Laveau, is there another faction of your people that would have more sway than them potentially that would side with us?
Well, there are multiple factions who you may be able to sway. It's just a matter of whether or not you succeed. You will have to appear before the council and make your case. Grennan did it, and he succeeded.
Very well. That seems to be the best option. I do hope you know, Laveau, that if your people decide to not support us, They're signing the destruction of their own world. Not
He
by
doesn't
us.
respond.
Not by us. But if we do not stop the principality, well, Wudra's gone. You saw what that super weapon did to your people. Perhaps you could be of some sway for me with that added notion. And I'm just going to turn and back out.
Give me a presence command. Difficulty 4.
Okay. Negotiation.
What are your other focuses?
Composure, deception, inspiration, strategy, tactics.
Inspiration.
Ah, okay. Inspiration.
I'll take that.
I will. You said difficulty 4.
Ah.
Okay. I will buy.
Actually, now that you say it, difficulty 5.
Difficulty 5. Okay. We'll be buying a lot of dice here. Let's see. 1, 2, and I will give you. Was that 4 threat? And
4 threat.
does it
Okay,
always
I'm
just
dumping all.
increase?
I am dumping all of that threat back into the complication range. Your comp range is now 3.
Okay. I've got 6 momentum. Math is not working for me right now. How do I get to 5 dice?
2 momentum.
2 momentum. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Then I will do
because
that.
that'd be 1 threat for the first die, 2 momentum for the second die, 3 threat for the third die.
Okay.
Is how that spend would go.
Okay. Yep. Let's do that.
Do you have bold? If you have bold,
Oh yeah, I
business
have hold
roll?
command.
Yeah, so he does have a reroll.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say as long as you're spending 1 threat at least.
Oh, I will say your difficulty does go down by your ship does get to assist you with computer's command because you have your diplomatic suite.
Yes, I forgot about that.
So the ship does get to assist you where normally it wouldn't.
Okay. Here we go.
We forgot about that. Okay, that's the 5 hits you need. And you even get a momentum out of it. Captain.
Stop. Turn.
May I be honest with you?
Thought that's what your people should always do with being able to read minds.
You'd think so. I'll be blunt, Captain. I was fully intending to turn on you today.
Arch my eyebrow like in the picture.
It's nothing personal, I assure you. It's all what we ever think we can do to get the best for our people and for ourselves. But after hearing you today, it's become apparent to me that supporting you is in my best interest. No backstabbing today.
I would hope not. Backstabbing doesn't go over well with me.
Maybe
I'm not a stranger to it. Grew up in it. But I hate it.
I think that might be why I've decided that it would be more trouble than it's worth.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for your honesty, Laveau, but I'm sure you can understand that I do need to put a security detail outside your room now.
Fair enough.
Any of the help you can give me would be very appreciated.
We'll see. It all depends on how well you do tomorrow.
We'll see indeed. I'll head out now. Tap my comm badge. Commander Karak, please have a security detail posted outside Laveau's quarters. No one is to go in or out without my approval.
Aye, aye.
And then I will head back to the bridge.
So, and I'll say, Karak, you can leverage your security team ability, your security chief ability, to let you just have that. You don't have to organize it.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll just send them over there.
As Captain, you come back out onto the bridge. Is there anything you'd like to do before you end up having to appear before before you go down to the planet tomorrow?
I am going to... I'm actually going to try to reach Fleet Captain Grennan.
I am going to spend 4 threat.
Grennan's dead?
No.
Oh.
You can't currently reach him. It would appear that according to Deep Space Arcania, they've been experiencing intense communication issues. It seems like someone over in Peugeot has been trying to prevent the fleet captain from communicating. It seems they found a way around it, sort of. But as a result, all communications to and from Fleet Captain Grennan are like high priority only.
I see.
Like, and only pertaining to his current mission, which, while this technically it's close, it's not quite close enough, you're told. Which is my way of saying,
no.
It's my way of saying this is currently happening at a point in the timeline that we haven't reached in the Kismet game yet.
Oh.
So I don't know what's going on with Grennan right now.
Fair enough.
So Grennan, no.
Yep, that's exactly why I posted that. Grennan, no.
Oh yeah, Grennan, no.
Okay, well in that case, I'm going to look at files and logs from when Grennan was at Woodra, kind of what he experienced.
Okay.
So when I have information on that, then I'm going to organize a team because I'm not going to the surface by myself. I am taking my hops, and I am going to be taking Lieutenant Commander Karak as well.
Great. You can give me a reason command, difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's computers command.
I'll buy a die with threat.
Excellent.
And I will re-roll that die with threat, just because. Nope, that was a mistake.
That is hubris.
Nice.
Yep, that was
Gone
hubris.
fishing.
I got greedy, guys.
Quash.
Well, good, it happened.
Yeah, I'll quash that.
Oh, is it one of my favorite online commentators? Every month can be Pride Month if you allow yourself to be swallowed by hubris.
Yeah, I'll quash that.
So does the ship reroll? Or just ship roll it all?
But someone do roll the ship's computers command? Because,
Oh, well, there we
hey,
go.
you get your momentum back.
It worked out.
Wow. Stupid.
That was dumb.
Oh, beautiful. So I'll have the name for you in a second because I had to ping the other game master to get his notes. But basically, what happened with Grennan when they went there is they tried to make inroads with them. He tried to become friendly with with sort of a martial law type. Because he viewed him as like his biggest opponent. So he tried to befriend him and interacted with him in like a shooting game. And Grennan won and thought that was good, but it turns out that made them see him as a threat. So they tried to get him killed.
Okay.
So yeah, like a lot of the typical, like what this is telling you is that a lot of the typical niceties of diplomacy you have to be very careful about. Because sometimes when you think you're being friendly, they take that as a threat.
Good to know. Jack will also be looking through files, pulling up his parents' files again. Because, like he said, he is no stranger to backstabbery and intrigue.
Yep. They're still just as classified as they were last time you looked.
Even to command level?
Yeah. Yeah, you might remember that last time you tried to check, there was a big old classified on it.
Yep. Okay. Well, he's gonna recall memories then and think about how his parents did stuff and how they taught him to do it, which is why he has a focus in deception.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, so away team, I'm taking down my hoplites. Actually reconsidered. I cannot take Karak because I would need him on the bridge. I'm gonna take Lieutenant Grack though.
Ooh, very good.
Let's do this.
Because Grack.
So yeah, let Grack know about the hoplites.
Yeah, our hoplites, they're basically Makos.
Yeah. The Tiger Squadron spent time putting together a number of effectively Mako squads. And they have a bunch of stuff. A bunch of really powerful stuff.
And I'm sitting here playing the driver. Christ, I want to play one of these guys.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, and the yeah, basically you get to invoke them. Basically, the Tiger Squadron made a ton of these. Like, we made a ton of these traits. And then we decided, well, we have so many of them. What are we going to do with them? Like, I don't think we could use them all. And we basically decided, let's give one to the Ganymede.
So we have hoplites.
So the Tiger Squadron has given you guys the hoplite trait. Has given the Ganymede the hoplite trait.
So we get Marines, but you guys still won't get rid of diplomatic suites to give me my fighter bay? I see how it is.
We actually just learned recently that we can upgrade the ship with Acclaim, because I actually did not know we could do that. So I will be upgrading the ship.
I will throw all my acclaim at that.
Yeah.
I did not know that either.
Well, it's more like you can make traits for the ship. It's
still
not
have to acclaim that I never picked a little metal for, so.
You have to you need 3.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Bummer. I know.
No. But that will be who I'm taking. I'm taking Lieutenant Grack. And the hoplites. Karak has the bridge. And let me think if anybody need to take anybody else. Who is the one that? And Laveau. I'm taking Laveau with us as well.
Yes.
I was just kidding. You not to move.
I'm going to the turbo lift.
Yep. I just have to do a thing.
You're working on your data pad. You look over and Karak's hovering near your chair.
I am just waiting to sit.
I am waiting.
I am waiting my turn, Captain.
Holloway, Grack,
Um,
Makos, and Laveau.
Karak has decided with his superior science skill of 2 that all of this psychic phenomenon is must be carried via electromagnetic waves, and he's designed a type of tinfoil hat that will protect made of EMF resistant material.
God.
He's not wearing it currently, though, due to the looks he received earlier.
So,
God dang it.
we cut down to Wudra.
Oh.
This planet's weird looking.
This is sort of like a planetary map sort of thing.
No, I was kidding. Sorry.
This is apparently what the GM for Tiger Squadron has for this map. And I know there are only 2 of the hoplites right here, but they're indicative of your full squadron.
Oh, okay. I was like, we have more than that.
No, I know we do. It's just these 2 are indicative of
Yeah, I getcha.
of your complement. Because we're currently not quite at personal scale. We're at we've zoomed out the scale a little bit.
Gotcha.
A lot of extras.
Hey, it is Charlie Brown shirt.
So then, you're standing outside of the Grand Chamber. Laveau looks at you and says, "It's time.
All right.
You'll have to leave your escorts out here."
I will arch an eyebrow, say, and why is that?
We are about to enter the council chambers.
Exactly.
You realize you are not allowed to bring arms into the council chambers.
Laveau, I bet half your council has hidden arms in the council chambers.
He looks around. Give me a presence command. Difficulty of 2. Complication range 2. God. Did you give me any threat for that, or?
Yeah, I said about a die with threat.
Oh, okay. I missed that. 1, 2 to me. Do good. I am going to spend it and 1 more, however, to create a comp. To just create a complication. Listen, he looks up Grack. Your other officer can come in with you. But he looks at the very heavily armed. These guys are visibly armed with Type 3 phaser rifles. And he says, these are too much.
Very well.
It would be seen as an armed incursion into the council chambers.
I will look at the hoplites, say, stand guard. If there's any inclination of trouble, set your phasers to stun, open fire.
Understood. And Laveau kind of grits his teeth, and he says, "Oh, I really hope I am backing the right horse here."
They have horses here?
I'm also going to, before I go in, come up to the Ganymede and make sure that Hax continues to keep a lock on all of us and to pull us out if we need to.
Well, I have locks, sir. I wouldn't be able to pull you all out in one transport pull. It would take a couple of transports, but yes, I could get you all out.
Okay. Focus myself, Grack, and Laveau first. The hoplites can handle themselves if they need to for a moment. Which is just the truth. They're terrifying, and I love it. You ready, Lieutenant?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go.
Laveau looks to you and says, "I will have to take my place among the council seats. Your issue is now on the floor.
Understood.
As you most certainly must understand, there have, like, and as you're sort of walking into the chamber, sort of this, like, antechamber, you must understand there have been numerous deliberations about numerous issues over the course of the day, given the disaster. Everyone trying to get the best they can. It's something of a free-for-all. I'd consider yourself lucky that you even got a speaking, that you even were able to bring a matter before the council.
Yes. Well.
And that you weren't simply dragged before the council kicking and screaming.
Oh, they tried.
I know. I was there. And the doors open to the main council chamber, and you see the whole council, in this big round, this big round council chamber, very, very like Greek court style.
Yup.
And almost as soon as you're in, Laveau kind of peels off to the side. We're gonna do this. Do this. Yeah. I'm just trying to make this all look. I'm trying to make this all look pretty, dang it.
Which one's Laveau?
I will mark which one Laveau.
Okay. You guys realize how intimidating this is? Just a bunch of giant floating eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
A council of beholders.
Just a council of holders.
Look at
That
I'm
one's
gonna-
Laveau.
disintegration ray.
I'm actually gonna fiercely take notes on that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Council of beholders. Got it.
So yes.
All right. I'm gonna step.
And now we begin
Yep.
the social dance. The social combat.
Yeah. Things that I'm good at. Sort of.
So, you are going to give me, you're going to give me, how are you going to go about this, actually, is the first thing I need to ask. As sort of they clang down their hammer and they say, "The council will now recognize one Captain Jack Holloway from the United Federation of Planets To what point do you bring the council to order?
The point of the protection of Wudra and the Woohoo Society.
Hmm. One of them stands up. The protection of Wudra's society.
Did I
And
stutter?
how do you propose that?
By stopping the super weapon that almost annihilated your planet yesterday.
Super weapon.
Super weapon. Do you have a hearing problem? I look at that one in particular. Nobody else seems to have an issue hearing me. So why don't you shut up and sit down and let me finish talking before you interrupt me?
Okay, time for a roll.
Yep.
Daring command time.
I would like to do something with my trait of hardball negotiator.
I'll take it.
This
So
is
you
why,
automatically have a free hit.
This is why Holloway is so well received in these situations. Is he's got that soft touch.
I'll spend a threat for a third die right off the bat.
Okay, and what's the difficulty? Sorry.
It's opposed.
Oh, it's opposed. Oh, okay.
That's how social combats work, buddy.
It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm gonna give you a threat for a die.
Okay, so I am back to 6 threat.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm gonna buy another die with momentum.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm gonna give you some more threat for a 5th die.
Oh, how much?
So that would be 3 threat, I believe.
Okay, I'm only gonna take 1 of it. I'm also gonna buy a 4th die.
All right. I would like to use the intimidation focus.
Yeah, or negotiation. Either works.
Okay, cool.
I'll give you that. They also have a focus, though.
That's fair. Let's see. Considering if, actually, could I use a mission directive for determination?
You could, but it would have to. You'd have to change up how you're spending.
Gotcha. Never mind. I can hold on to that one.
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably have to make more rolls. So.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's see everything else I need to do. Let's see.
And don't forget, you already have a free hit.
Yes, I know. Okay. I think I'm ready. And I'm going to re-roll that 0 with bold command.
Thank you, Blood Tide, for the follow.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. That's how many hits? 2, 4, 6.
6.
Against 2.
Nope. Sorry. 2, 4, 7. 7 hits because I had that free hit.
Yeah. Well, so that's just 6 hits, but this is going to determine how much momentum you make.
Oh, gotcha. I understand now.
Because they're rolling successes against you.
Thank you, Matt.
And how well you beat them by determines how much momentum you generate. But that trait basically means you already have a free hit.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, okay, so that's 6 against. So you generate 2 momentum. Roll
I also
7.
have cold reading, by the way. I don't know if that matters.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 momentum. And you said roll 7?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, that's 1,
Ooh,
3,
terrible.
4, 5, 6. And
Uh,
fortunately, you have.
Question. Sorry,
Huh?
question.
Yeah.
Could I use a milestone to re-roll those zeros?
Re-rolling zeros only costs 1 momentum.
Oh, it only costs 1 momentum? I'll spend the momentum to re-roll those zeros.
Yeah.
Um,
Re-rolling challenge dice is super inexpensive.
whoa, why did it do that?
I will count the first 3.
Okay. I don't know why
So
it did
that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you have the talent cold reading, which gives your which gives your effects effectively the equivalent of piercing. So you've gotten through all the resistance that they had that this situation presents, because this situation actually they have some inbuilt resistance.
Mhm.
Fortunately, your cold reading lets you lets you actually take them on. As yeah, you're actually like they're expecting you to not be able to tell what they're thinking because they're psychic and we can talk to each other and coordinate around you, but somehow you have their number.
Okay. Yeah, I wish I had doll. But because then I actually would have their number. Okay.
So, one of them stands. To what point do you to what evidence do you present regarding such a super weapon?
I will hold up my pad. And I'm going to read directly from the fleet captain's log.
So, we are to trust the word again of this Captain Harmon Grennan, after he already told us not to go to war against the Chigo and to hold ourselves back. Now, they want us to go to war again.
No, I don't want you to trust the word of Captain Grennan. I want you to trust and listen to the word of me. What I'm telling you, not what Grennan's telling you. Because when I first met Grennan, I felt the same way as you. He's pompous, he's a little bit of a know-it-all. But this is fact. Everything that I've uncovered from your temple indicates that the preservers, or what you call them, those who were what are they called, Laveau? I'll look directly at Laveau.
Laveau clears his throat. The ones who came before.
The ones who came before.
I do believe that the captain might have some backing for his claim. I can't speak to know exactly how accurate all of it is, but I do believe that the cause of the calamity that is currently overtaking Wudra may indeed be some form of technology employed by a hostile force.
Your neighboring system of the Quaqua Principality, led by that Steel Prince, want to destroy all of you. That is their intention. You side with us, we have a chance to defeat them. You decide to stand on your own against them, you will be obliterated. Not because we're not going to try to help you, but we won't be able to take them on without you. But without us, neither will you.
Okay, give me another Give me another daring command opposed. I'm
Daring.
gonna spend 6 threat.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a threat. Actually, no. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use that mission directive of
Yeah.
secure
Make the
woohoo at
inroads
all.
with the. Yeah.
Yep. Then I'm going to spend 2 momentum.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to give you enough threat to get up to 4 die.
Okay, so 3 more threat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you already have 2 hits.
Yep. Hardball negotiator trait still in play.
Yep. Yeah. You still have your free hit.
Okay, cool. All right.
5. That's 2, 3. God damn it, guys. Get your act together. 4 against. So they already had effectively a difficulty 1, so they only really got 3 hits against your 6 hits, so you generate 3 momentum. I will say, if you want to right here, there is an advantage that you can get.
Sure.
That if you spend 2 momentum.
Sure, I'll get the advantage.
Roll your 7 challenge dice.
Yeah, I'll leave it.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah. As one of the woohoo from over on this side stands up and says, "I believe they might have a point." And one of the others from the other side says, "Why do you speak fiatless? After all, you were the house that despised the Starfleeters, so weren't you?" "Yes, that was my family's policy. You might not know, but I recently achieved this station, and I happen to think somewhat fondly of the Starfleeters, odd as they may be, and I think they might have a point." "Oh, you're just interested in this because they're behind the warmongering that they were against last time. Ah, such hypocrites." And everything sort of descends into this into this shouting match and name calling.
Of course.
And
There-
eventually the two oh, I forgot to tell you this. I totally forgot about this. Wow, I can't believe I forgot about this. There are 2 proconsuls
Mhm.
that are sort of at the head of everything. So they're not emperors, but there are 2 of them that are basically the highest you can get in the Woohoo Senate.
Gotcha.
And they sort of call everything back to order. Well, I believe that the captain has made his point, and I believe that the council has adjudicated on this matter, has adjudicated on the preliminaries of this matter. At this point, I think we should put this to a vote. Shall we continue discussion of this with the aid of Starfleet, or shall the Woohoo continue and handle this on our own. We shall now vote on this matter. Captain Holloway, you are dismissed while the Senate votes.
I will just nod, turn, and walk out with Grack. Nope.
Oh, my Discord's working
sounds
again.
super quiet.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Grannon cut out about halfway through his
Oh,
speech for me.
hang on. I'm reading. I'm
Discord
getting this total
froze.
dump about how woohoo politics work that I completely forgot about. Oh man. So, I'm sorry. So it's the consuls that are the actual leaders. Proconsuls used to be consuls. Right. It's so good. He basically has all these notes about how this stuff works. He's just dumping back on me. I love it. Anyway, yeah. As you were saying, Captain,
Oh, yeah. So I will turn and walk out with Grack then.
and the hoplites turn to you, Captain.
Report.
Nothing out of the ordinary, sir.
Excellent. I suppose we will wait.
People that are psychic and talk to each other that way, they sure do a lot of regular talking and a lot of waiting around.
Mm-hmm. And so, after a few minutes, you are brought back in. And the two proconsuls are not there, but after a few minutes, they are brought back in. All rise for consuls Devsva and Dliant. And they all, everyone just sort of rises up. One of the council says, "The votes have been tabulated. The Senate has decided to move forward with cooperating with Starfleet in this matter. The possibility of a, what did you say, a Quaqua super weapon, especially one that uses technology of the ones that came before, and is specifically targeted at scions such as ours, is too great for us to ignore. There were dissenting votes, of course, but this is something that I think we can agree on. We will cooperate with you."
Thank you, proconsuls. The Quaqua Principality has been plaguing not just your system, but the neighborings as well. Your entire quadrant. Well, not quadrant. Are they in a? Where are they at? I need to see the map again.
Oh, yeah, sure. Map time.
I just download this map.
Yeah. Well, it's in sections.
Oh.
And there's a lot of this that is added on in Roll20. But yeah, you could print screen this though, I suppose.
Principality is a plague not just to your illuminated worlds, but to the Five System Alliance and the free worlds as well. They wish to end all of you. We are here to help you and the best we can, and like I said, without you, I don't know if we have a chance. But I know that with you we do. I do know that without us, though, you won't have a chance. That's why we're here.
Indeed, you have the full cooperation of the Woohoo Illuminated Worlds. Members of the members of the Senate and members of the armed forces will be in contact with you and with your Starfleet.
Thank you, proconsuls. I recommend the quick mobilization of your military forces.
We will do what we can. Mind you, the Woohoo illuminated worlds are currently in a somewhat weakened state. Any assistance you could offer, medically speaking, would be appreciated.
The Ganymede will provide what medical supplies and medical personnel you need.
Very good. You may be dismissed. There are more matters that the Senate must adjudicate at this time. We will be in touch, Captain.
Proconsuls. I will nod my head. Council, nod my head. And we'll turn out, walk back out, and as soon as I get out, I will contact the Ganymede to transport us back aboard.
Hey, sir.
Short time later, you receive a communication again from the planet. There are two Woohoo that would like to beam up to the ship.
Okay.
That being, of course, why am I blanking on his name? Laveau, and one council member Fiatlis.
I will authorize their transport aboard.
Specifically Gervat Fiatlis.
Can you put that in the chat so I can type that down?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. And we need Gervat Fiatlis.
Okay.
Oh my god, I missed all the Grennan knows. Um, so, done. So presumably under escort from security, they're brought onto the bridge, or would you meet them somewhere else?
I'd meet them at the transporter room.
Ah, okay, hang on.
Yeah, security details are still gonna be around Laveau. That's not negotiable now because he told me he was gonna double cross me.
Yeah. I can't even be mad. I just have to do a thing for a couple of these, and then okay. So security meets you down in the transporter room, and the two materialize on the pad. You recognize one as Laveau, and you actually recognize the other as one of those senators that stood up in favor of engaging in conflict with the Quaqua. And he was accused of being a hypocrite.
It's that guy. Okay. Laveau.
Captain,
What can I do for you?
we thought we would touch base with you now that the Senate is in temporary recess as the various committees go about their business.
Very well. Shall we go to the conference room then?
I believe that would be for the best.
Excellent. I will gather my senior staff as well.
Okay, the senior staff that can be there because
Yeah,
Dahl.
Doctor and Dahl need to stay in sick bay.
Okay, you're already there. And Karak can also be there. I'll pull his token onto the map.
Yes.
There we go. Fine. There we go. There's Karak. I apologize. I should introduce myself to you, Captain. I am Javat Fiatlis of the House of Fiatlis.
Javat,
I am somewhat of an outlier among my house.
you did not receive a warm embrace from the others.
Indeed, I have spoken against most of my house in that, well, I support your federation somewhat. At least far more than the rest of my family. To be completely honest with you, Captain, the rest of my family tried to have one of your captains killed.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But, well, let's let bygones be bygones, shall we?
Indeed.
Due to
Well,
the actions of your 10th Fleet, I have found myself risen in the ranks, and I am not one to let debts go unpaid. And you know, like as you're looking at him, he's not wearing like the sort of council robe, the council garb that he was wearing earlier. He's sort of wearing something similar now, but it's a much more military outfit.
Okay. I got in debt with us. Let me guess. Brennan?
He just nods. He is a persuasive sort.
Is something. All right. Well, gentlemen, what do we have to work with?
Well, as said, we will provide assistance from the Woohoo fleet. I'll see to that, Fiatless says.
Very good. Do you have any way of blocking psionic attack?
We'll see what we can do, but, well,
That might be something to look into for both of our parties.
indeed, but until we know more about whatever is causing this, and however it's to be stopped, there's not a lot that we can do, but I think we might be able to help you look into the matter now that, well, the the Senate is able to offer support.
Excellent.
Indeed, Laveau says, looking at you. Until the Senate gave support, I could not truly help you. I had to be somewhat coy about it.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know much about this super weapon. We are gathering intel as best we can. As far as I know, Fleet Captain Brennan was on that. But we do know that it's devastating, obviously. And
Indeed. A device that can create anti-psionic energy truly devastating weapon.
Well, any details that you can provide to defend against anti-psionics or to mobilize your fleet, anything you can help us with, you can get with my chief of security, Lieutenant Commander Karak, and he will be able to guide you through that.
Indeed. What sort of assistance could we provide you, Lieutenant Commander?
I missed the first part of what the captain said.
Um,
Just waiting for you to finish for me to.
oh yeah.
grasp.
So he said if they can provide any sort of information on how to defend against anti-psionics, as well as anything that we need to know about fleet mobilization and how to go about actually doing this.
Right.
How is your Laveau looks at you and says, Captain, how is your crew holding up?
For the most part, they're fine. My XO, unfortunately, is still unresponsive. I was actually hoping you could give us some insight on that.
Oh? Still unresponsive? That is
Yes.
strange indeed.
Perhaps you might have some insight.
Yes, most at this
What I
point,
just said.
most at this point with proper medical treatment, which I can only assume you and your crew can provide, she should presuming that this individual is naturally psionic, typically they would either have recovered by now or, well, have expired, to put it bluntly.
Well, she hasn't.
Fiatless interjects that last bit.
She hasn't expired, but she's still unresponsive.
And
Laveau,
perhaps,
Laveau, you mentioned something about an ocean.
indeed, it's possible. It's possible she may be lost there.
Then how do we find her?
That is a complicated question. Someone who can access the ocean would have to go in, find her, and bring her back.
And who can access it?
Well, anyone who is psionic can access the ocean. That is the easy part, I suppose you could say. The hard part will be finding your commander. She is one of endless presences across the ocean. For instance, we, as the Woohoo, are capable of accessing the ocean if one is truly aware of it and has practiced enough to do so. The problem is none of us know your commander.
I'll look at Karak. Commander Karak. I'm not ordering this by any means. But do you think you could locate her?
And Laveau looks at you, Karak, and says, have you received training in Vulcan psionic techniques?
I have not.
That complicates matters. There is a possible workaround. It is risky.
I'm not ordering you by any
I
means,
volunteer.
Commander.
Please proceed.
There is a practice that the Woohoo can perform. It is In our very name, I suppose you could say. We can illuminate you. Make you capable of your true psionic potential in a blink of an eye, as it were. But it's dangerous. It's a simpler matter for races that already have psionic potential. However, it is also doable, and Laveau says, turning to you, Captain, it is also something that can be performed on humans. The woohoo evolved from humanity, as we have learned, and as such, the illumination process is slightly less risky in terms of humanity, although we might have better luck with your Vulcan friend here.
Captain, I accept the risk. Karak's thinking that, he's a lieutenant commander, security officer, whereas like the XO is much more important, as is the captain, to the well-being of the crew and the ship, so he's willing to volunteer.
Which will be of less risk?
I would say the Vulcan.
Would you be able to find her, Karak?
Unknown, sir. I don't. What's the like? Are they gonna also give me tips on how to locate someone in there?
Yeah, I think that's where. Yeah, that's a good question to ask them. Actually.
Yeah.
We can give you what guidance we can, but, well, the ocean can sometimes manifest itself in different ways for different people. It is a manifestation of the psychic energies of the universe. There are very few hard and fast rules.
Would it be easier for somebody that's more familiar with her?
It might be a bit easier for someone who is more familiar with her once inside the ocean, I suppose.
I'll do it. But I'll need like a crash course on how to operate the ocean is what.
That is what the illumination should hopefully do. It should open you up to the ocean.
What's the prognosis, like timeline, as far as like they were saying that other people who'd become trapped had expired? How long did it take?
No, what they were saying was that as far as they could tell, like, this hadn't really happened to much of anyone else.
Oh.
Like, that the fact that she is trapped and hasn't expired yet is a sign that she is stuck in the ocean.
Oh, I see. Okay. So,
I am conflicted because I have a value.
Oh, if you point out the half-human thing, they will explain the fact that he is half-human is actually keeps it from being more complicated. If he was half something else, it would become more complicated.
Oh, because he's half-human, it's easier. Okay.
Sounds like Karak is their recommended choice, and Karak agrees due to his station in relation to you and the commander. So, unless you order him otherwise, he's agreeing and ready to proceed.
Just know if you get lost, I'm going in after both of you.
Well, then I shall endeavor not to do so, sir.
All right. Well, then. The Atlas, I will leave you to your preparations with the captain regarding military deployment. Crack, if you would join me on the planet's surface at the Temple of Solar Illumination, we can begin. Captain, could you organize for your commander to be brought down? Bring whatever medical equipment you feel necessary, but she will need to be there when the procedure is performed.
Understood.
As I stand up to leave, and as I walk past the cat man, I plant a hand on his face and I go, "Remember."
Remember.
You gotta store my Katra, you know.
Gotta store the Katra. Oh no, god damn it. My XO already did that before he died. That caused no end of trouble.
His tail flicks a little bit and gets a little puffier.
God. Oh no.
He's gonna be a combat cat now. It's gonna be great.
I will hit my comm badge and say, Doctor, prepare for Commander Dahl to transport to the surface. Take her by shuttle. I don't want any accidents with transporter. Bring all the medical equipment that you need to sustain her. I'll explain when I get there. And I will head towards sickbay to explain what's going on to Dr. Dallo.
Okay. Dr. Cross, could you give you can either give me a presence medicine check, or you could just leverage your inbuilt advantage to get that organized.
I'm sorry, what am I rolling?
So you could either roll presence medicine difficulty 2 to basically organize your medical staff to, like, okay, I need you to move this there, I need you to move that there. Careful, move, move, move. Or you could spend your advantage that you get as, like, the chief medical officer and just say you're bringing in your top people and you're having them take care of it, and you don't have to walk them through all the specifics.
I have a talent, I guess, doctor's orders, if that helps as well.
Yeah, that's what's making this presence medicine and not
Okay.
presence.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go and do that. I'll roll that. If there's anything that I need to take, I probably would take Leonard Kingston, because he's also specialized in, like, stasis or life support stuff. So
What's the difficulty?
Yeah. It's diff 2.
Don't forget, it's okay
Momentum.
to buy dice.
Momentum and threat. Use momentum and threat.
I'll use momentum.
Get another die.
Who are you bringing with?
If I could, I'd like to bring Leonard Kingston, the other medical officer.
The doctor.
Yeah.
The 11th Doctor.
Yes. That's why I chose that picture. That'll work great.
I hate it.
Cool. It's just upsetting that he's not a Trill.
Then update his thing.
I was gonna make a doctor who was a Trill, who, you know.
Oh my god, that's genius. That's genius.
Can become a different body or whatever. Yeah. It was one of my character concepts before I chose this guy. Do you have cautious medicine?
I haven't rolled high enough to change that yet.
Okay, that is 3 successes. You get a momentum out of it.
Sweet.
Oh, you're saying you have cautious medicine, but you don't want to go fishing because of what happened earlier?
No, he just doesn't have it yet.
Yeah, I can't get it yet, so.
So it's and correct, of course. Is that will that be all for who you're bringing with you?
Is that all I needed? Because I feel like that's sufficient enough, right? I mean, we got, like, some sort of floaty gurney bed thing we can, with life support system set up, and just kind of monitor our situation.
Yeah. What shuttle are you taking? Because you said you were going to do this via shuttle.
Oh, Hey,
was told.
who wants to pilot me?
I mean, there is a pilot.
I know a guy who's a good pilot.
I know a guy who's the best pilot.
Damn
He got
right.
us. He got us
Who's-
through a meteor. He got us through a entire asteroid field.
So what shuttle are you gonna take?
I'm looking 1 second.
Probably our biggest one, just because we got a lot of people and it's like,
This
we're moving
Whichever
someone.
one has the best med bay.
Probably the Anat. Or the
I
Anat.
think it's in that.
Do we get any momentum on your roll? Or did you?
One. You got one.
I
Oh,
pulled
okay,
it already.
Oh, and you spent one. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, Grack, if you could give me a control con, difficulty 2, assisted by the shuttle's engines con, to handle your travel to
Which engine was? Which one was it? That,
control con assisted by engines con, difficulty 2.
I don't think Annette has any stats.
Yeah, it's all zeroed out on it.
Oh. Ha. Give me a sec. Hold.
Holding.
While I find the
What are we holding on to?
Is this a good opportunity for like a break for?
No, this won't take me that long.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Is this what I have to remind everyone that I don't keep inertial dampeners on? Because that's for suckers.
Oh, inertial damp. What level shuttle is this?
Type 7.
7.
Type 7. Come on.
Dang it, Greg! I just got what you said.
What did he say?
No, don't worry about it. It's all good.
And then command book. Thank you much. The command book is just the best.
Yes, it is. I've utilized a lot out of it.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Type 7, you say?
Yep.
A type 7 has a engines of 6 and a con of 1.
Oof. Still against 7. All right. Nah, doesn't help.
Yeah, I mean, typically they don't, but occasionally they do.
What was the difficulty?
2.
Oh, okay.
So he did it.
What are the rest of the stats of that? Can you post them or something, or link? Them?
Sure. Give me a sec. Ooh.
I can fill it out.
Stop it. As you touch down outside the Temple of Solar Illumination in their big old courtyard. Hang on. Okay. I just had it. Copy. You wanted the stats for the.
Yeah, if you want to link them, I'll add them. Whatever. Thanks.
And a dash
how
means
they're,
And a dash means there's nothing.
Okay.
Because these things don't actually, like, they don't have any weapons on them.
Okay. I was just wondering how their vote went. I'll assume the eyes have it.
Boo!
No.
Stop.
Boo!
So you're all led into the temple. Lieutenant Commander, if you could please stand in the center.
Here?
Indeed. Doctor, we'll need you to bring the commander and the gurney to the back.
How far?
Close proximity. We need you to bring him up to the. We basically need you to be ready to bring her into close proximity with Karak as soon as the illumination has been completed.
You said put her in the back, but you want her closer to Crack?
Yes. This is the back.
Okay, I was like, because I was considering that was like up there at the front. Okay, my bad. I was like, I don't get what you're saying. All right, my bad.
Everyone, gather round. We are about to begin.
I was like, I can't move her.
We will be performing the ceremony of illumination. We will be illuminating this Karak, correct? You understand the risks?
That is correct. Yes, I do. I just study dad jokes in my off time.
Dad jokes are best jokes.
That's my opinion as well.
Because they're best delivered with a poker face and no emotion.
Commander, we now ask that you open your mind. Simply relax, but brace yourself, for you may find yourself wanting to let go. But when it hits, you cannot. And the the stonework in the floor begins to softly glow, and you feel a tug at the back of your head, Karak.
Did they say you'll feel the urge to let go, but you cannot? Is that what he said?
Yes.
Okay. Noted.
All right. You are now going to make me a fitness medicine roll. Difficulty 3. Now, I will say, before this begins, you can have them because they are helping you with this. You got their full cooperation here. You can have them either try to strengthen your mind to make the process safer for you, or they can try to guide you through it quicker, which means you'll have an easier time doing it, but it's more risky. Which is to say, you can either have the difficulty lowered or the complication range lowered.
Let's go with the second option.
Lowering the comp range?
Less safe, more easy.
Oh, less safe, more easy. Okay, so diff 2, comp 3.
Okay, and then can I use my composure to remain calm in this?
Yes. Yep.
Particular instance? Great. I will buy a die with momentum.
That'll be it.
Oof.
Oh no.
I will try to re-roll that if I can with
Do you have a determination?
many. I do.
Yeah, I'll take needs of the many.
All right.
That's not enough.
You said diff 2, right?
Did I? Oh, yeah, that's right. You made it easier. Haha. You were right.
Hooray! Hooray, I'm hoping. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
As
You beat me to it.
as you feel the pulling back, strain against the back of your head is great. You feel like your head is about to pop off, but you know you can't let go. You can't let go. Your eyes squeeze shut. And after about 20 seconds of that, you hear Laveau say, "Now, let go."
And I do so.
As you open your eyes, you feel your consciousness fall out of your body. And as you fall back, you feel like you hit water. And hang on. Come on. Splash.
Splash.
You find yourself floating in a wide, vast ocean.
Fascinating.
Off in the distance, you see a swirling purple and black mass.
Is that where I'm supposed to go to get back?
You don't know.
Well, what did they tell me in my pre-flight instruction when I was
They told you that this is how you'll get in. You will be able to get into the ocean. It's up to you to use your force of will, your psychic presence, to find Dahl.
Okay. But then how do we leave, though?
Oh, that's easy. You can just leave when you want.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will try to use my force of will to locate Dahl.
Okay. Give me Control Command difficulty 3.
Okay. I don't guess I have any focuses that would apply.
I'd say your composure can come into play.
Okay, cool. And I will difficulty 3. You say?
Hmm?
The difficulty 3?
Yeah.
And regular comp range? Okay.
Regular comp range.
I'm gonna buy 3 dice with threat, and I'm gonna use my medal for the Starfleet Decoration of Gallantry, or is it the citation?
Oh, is that the one that lets you roll challenge dice and I might not get threat?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll 3 challenge dice. I only get 1 threat. Oh, damn it. I'm still spending
That's
that one.
amazing.
I'm still spending that 1 threat and 1 more to increase your comp range to 2 anyway, but...
Okay.
All
right.
You still get to roll 4 dice. I'm grumpy.
I bought 2 dice.
Yeah, you're rolling 4.
Or
so.
3, I mean 3. Sorry, 3 dice. I'm rolling 5. Yeah.
Wait, huh?
Nikes. Yeah, I bought
Oh.
3 dice with threat.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
So I'm going to burn a saved milestone to recoup my determination, if possible.
Have you spent your determination Oh, yeah, you just did. Needs the many.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
What's the milestone?
What was it for?
Yeah.
It was
Because it has to be for something semi-relevant.
I have re-rolled. Let's see. It would probably be the last one that wasn't last session, so it'd be maybe the re-roll on the decryption.
I'm gonna say no to that.
Okay.
So you'll gain a momentum, but there will be a complication on the board.
Okay.
And I know exactly how that complication is going to be.
I figured it might apply because the decrypting. I'm decrypting the ocean right now, trying to find her.
Nice try, but oh dear. You're gonna take 6 stress.
Okay.
As you approach Doll, you actually see her, and you approach her, and the moment you reach out to her, because she doesn't respond to you at first, but the moment you touch her, take 6 stress. That's an injury. Would you like to spend 2 threat to not take the injury?
Yeah.
As
Sound effect was creepy. As
you feel it, the pain, the burning, for all of a second, and then it's gone. Doll, someone just tapped you on the shoulder.
Do I actually see him?
Yeah, you turn around and there's Karak, doubled over in pain, but she's there.
Commander.
Herrick, what are you doing here? How? Look, there's somebody trapped here, burning. They said they lied to him. I think he or she or they might be what's causing this whole mess. She points towards the purple. I have seen one other approaching that. I touched him and he disappeared. It was from the Tiger Squadron, Lieutenant Commander
Varder.
How are you here? Why am I here?
We were both sent here by the woohoo.
Well, no, she wasn't.
Actually, she was sent by the other one, right? The Quake.
Yeah, she like the whole like anti-psionics thing. Something weird happened. She got like the whole anomaly messed her up somehow.
It is a complicated medical explanation that I'm unable to relay at this time. But suffice it to say, you were sent here during the psychic assault upon the Ganymede. And I was sent here by the woohoo to retrieve you.
Is that even possible?
What? Sorry, you're breaking up?
Is that even possible? Do you know the way out of here? I tried swimming for ages, and the only progress I get is when I approach the purple.
I approached the purple.
Apparently it is
call.
possible, as I am here now. I was told that I could leave by choosing to do so. So her explanation of this weird purple vortex and the person causing that?
There's somebody in pain is trapped, and they said they lied to him.
Does that seem possible based on what I know from what they've told me about this place?
You don't know
would I
what
have
that
no
could
idea?
mean. It's ocean rules. It's as they told you. Manifestations in the ocean can be obscure, esoteric.
I will relay to her what I've learned about locating people, and explain to her how to locate someone if she would like to try to find them.
I definitely want to try and find whoever it was that was in pain.
Since she's had an interaction with them before and I haven't, is why. But basically, he's like, you have to make a control and command roll. It's difficult to me. Or whatever. But he says it in character and in a cooler way.
All right. So, what's your play?
I will attempt to do this then. I mean, if
You're gonna try to continue forward? Correct. Would you like to help her?
I want to try and
Certainly.
use telepathy to locate this person, or the method by which Karak just explained in character so awesomely. Because physical is all,
Okay.
well and good, but we're in a state of mental being here in the ocean.
Yeah. Give me a control command. Another difficulty of 3. This is you, though, Commander. Karak can actually assist you.
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, well.
I would like to buy a die with momentum, please.
Yeah, what was the difficulty? 3?
3.
Yeah. And is this
Okay.
important enough that I should also buy another additional die with threat?
So
I
I'll
would-
let you know, this isn't to get through this isn't to get you into the Maelstrom, this is just to get you up to it.
Oh, I thought this was locating the person. Or entity.
It's one of those things, it's in the ocean, kind of the same thing.
Okay.
I would buy the extra die. Yeah.
Sure. Why not? It is difficulty 3.
Okay.
I'm helping.
Yeah, even though Karak, you're not able to help much, Dahl, now that you kind of now that Karak has kind of given you, like, the laydown of, this is where you are, this is how it works, you're able to sort of start working a couple things out yourself. You're not perfectly there yet, but getting there. But now, you're at the wall. The Maelstrom opens before you.
She looks at Karak. If you want, you can go back now. This is my choice to go see if I can rescue whoever or whatever is behind this.
I shall remain.
She nods.
Okay. Control command. Difficulty 5. Complication range 4.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Man.
Let's dance.
Is that I can assist on that roll?
Yes, yeah, you absolutely can.
Jesus.
Woohoo.
So the first die is 1 threat, and the second die is 2 more threat beyond that. But what on God's green earth is the 3rd die?
3. That to give me full dice, that's 6 threat.
Well,
Can I
it's
make a
difficulty-
science roll to analyze this field before I go walking through it?
Do you want to spend some time and see if you can understand this?
Yes, I think that would be the logical course of action, especially since Carrick is here with me.
I'll
It's
say now
one
that
thing
you're
for
so
her-
close, I'll give you a shot at that. Give me a reason science difficulty of 3. And I'll say Karak can also assist with reason science.
Is there do traits benefit you at all on a...
You would benefit from this if you were the lead roller.
I don't know that's... She's got a better command score. Probably.
Alright, with science.
Yeah.
My
Science.
science is 5 and my reason is 12.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
So reason
should
science
keep doing
different.
that.
All right, you can have another threat. I will buy a die with threat.
Okay, I will spend that threat and one more to increase your comp range by 1 on this particular.
Okie dokie.
What's the diff on this roll?
This is only diff 3. Diff 3 comp 2.
Oh no!
Alright, and do I have would my composure apply, or since it's
No.
science now, something else? I don't suppose I could substitute my trait for a focus.
No.
Alright.
Doll, would you like to have anything for that?
You might want to use your value, no one gets left behind, or whatever, since that's what
Or
you're
get it
doing.
right the first time, or
Get it right for the first time. Sometimes there isn't a second time. I don't really
Yeah,
have room
yeah.
for losing here. Also,
Yep.
precise under pressure is one of my traits.
Yeah, so just reroll the dice. Oh,
I won't let that come into play here because you're taking your time to study it. But now that I know that you have that, I will let that help next time. Like when you're actually doing the thing to go in, I will let that help.
The worst rolls have always come, and I always end up spending values and milestones to try and re-roll because when it really counts, it messes up, and she always has to spend things. And so she's trying to learn from that. She's trying to get better.
yeah.
A determination. Okay. So what do I re-roll here? Do I?
You get to re-roll the 2 that you whiffed on.
Yeah,
Okay.
so just change the number of dice to 2.
Okay, that hits. So you have created an advantage, which can either be used to lower the difficulty or the complication range of that task.
I would lower the difficulty.
I would lower the difficulty.
Okay, so now it's diff 4, comp 4. As everything that's being said to you, it's funny because you never heard Karak actually say the words, but you say the words that have been getting thrown around all day as the theory comes to the back of your head, Miss Walking Encyclopedia, of anti-psionics.
Anti-psionics.
In theory, if you concentrate hard enough, you could possibly create a safe passage for you through this field, but it would be very risky. If you blew it, it would crush you like a tin can at the bottom of the ocean.
Possibility to return and come save them again, because maybe this means I need either more help, more assistance, more minds. Going on a one-man, two-man heroic mission is fine and well, but if it seems that grave of a situation, Karak returned to the ocean. Could not Kara as well?
It's possible, but you don't, it is possible.
Well, Kara looks at Karak and tries to explain the concept of anti-psionics as with as few words as she can as possible, because they don't have, all day. Time is of the essence.
With all due respect, Commander, my mission was to retrieve you.
What happened will happen again if we cannot save whoever is here.
I understand, but the risk to you would jeopardize the captain's orders. He's just relaying the facts to you. You're still the ranking officer here in this nebulous
Soul void.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, he's saying like his mission is to get you, not to let you risk your life. However, if that's your call, then he's going to assist you rather than you.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. If Carol were by herself, she'd have no trouble. She can't get back. But Carrick's there, and she doesn't exactly want to be responsible for his death. That's more important. But she does ask Carrick, was it difficult to get to the ocean?
No. Well, there were some difficulties. It was taxing mentally.
He nods. That's why I drink. She smiles a bit. I'll go back with you. I will think this through and see what the captain thinks. See if we can find whoever is responsible for the person in pain here. Maybe knowing more will help us have a better chance of success at ending this.
Very well. I take her hand and click my heels together 3 times.
Spending 2 thread. As you try to pull yourself back up, Karak, you feel Doll getting pulled away from you as you try to pull yourself back, as though something is pulling back on her.
Like this vortex?
You don't know.
I'll tell her that something is resisting. Something is trying to keep you here. Perhaps this entity.
He looks pensive for a moment. She says, I will wait as long as I can, but go back with what I have learned here and see what can be done.
Commander, you must accompany me. If the captain agrees, well,
surely my body will survive on life support a bit longer.
Karak's having a little conflict here.
If I'm too heavy to take with you, at least you can go back and tell them what's going on. Maybe the woohoo can figure out how to send help so that we can actually figure this out.
I am the help that the woohoo figured out that they could send.
Kara frowns a bit. Well, they have very good choice in people. However, for a society with psionics, I would think that is quite rude of them to send you to do their work. This is their mess. They need to help clean it up.
Oh, lordy. Alright. Weighing the options, Karak, I guess, will agree to return because he can't get her out, and if he stays, he's not going to be of much use to her.
Well, that's not entirely true. It's you can assist her.
Eric is great help, but if he can't leave because she's being pulled in, at the very least he needs to get the information out and possibly figure out how to make her not pulled and lighter.
Well,
and there's more here than we know about, so.
If I assist, are we both going in, or is it just her?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes, you're both going in.
So you're saying you're gonna wait here until I come back before attempting to enter?
She nods. Unless I feel my life is in danger or it decides to try and pull me in against my will, yes.
Do I get the feeling that like returning to this place would be a simple matter or very difficult?
You think you could get back here now that you know where she is?
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll return, but I'll relay that I'm going to, give the information to the people on the other side and then return immediately.
She nods.
So, Karak, you'll float to the surface?
Yeah.
He disappears. Similarly to how that other figure did.
Well, true to her word, she will stay still.
You come out of it, Karak.
I'll sit up.
And now that you've been through it the first time, I will add something to your sheet.
He will stand and say, I've located her. However, I was unable to retrieve her due to an unforeseen circumstance. There seems to be some entity preventing her egress. A large purple vortex, perhaps created by someone in distress. And I look at all these people.
That sounds like the anti-psionic field.
She believes that she may be able to render it inert by rescuing the entity.
Well, I don't know if she would be able to render it inert, but she might be able to get herself out. If she's able to get contact with whatever is tying her down there, she might be able to sever the connection.
Would you be able to assist with this?
We can attempt to strengthen your psychic connection, but it will be tenuous. After all, we will be using you as the conduit.
Very well, I accept. And then he'll look at the doctor and ask if he can get a stem or something. Is there something that can be done for stress out of character?
Yeah.
Therapy.
Therapy. You need therapy, man.
Jet
I
fuel.
think he meant in character, not out of character.
He'll
Oof.
just go relax in a hot tub or something.
Get him a pinto bean.
Jacuzzi.
I mean, you could have some of Jack's jet fuel. I mean, I'm sure he'd lend you some. That helps him unwind.
I feel like that might have the opposite effect on Karak.
So,
No
you
more
want to
stress.
try to serve him something that serve him some kind of medical stim that might enable him to closer focus his mind.
Am I giving him drugs? Is that what's happening right here?
Yeah, I want to remove my stress as much as possible so that I can survive. Does that or is it better to remove the avoided injury, or is that possible?
Oh yeah, so because what this would do is this will remove some of your stress. So in that case, yeah. So Dr. Cross, you can give me a control medicine difficulty 1.
Is this to remove stress or to remove the avoided injury?
So you didn't take an injury.
Right, but if you avoid an injury, you can only do so like so many times, right? Before you
Right, but the point is there is no injury. You aren't injured. You've
Okay.
just taken the stress.
Yeah, I get it. I just thought that there was a way maybe to remove the fact that I
Oh,
have avoided
the fact that you
injuries.
did avoid, no.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's anything I can do, if you still want me to roll, I'd like to buy die with threat.
How much?
Just one die.
Okay, I'll take a threat. All right, that's one momentum. Do you have any talents that specifically relate to healing stress?
Besides field medicine or first response, maybe that's about it. The other doctor might have like regenerative medicine focus. Or,
I don't think they have. I don't think he has any talents really. Let me look. Hang on. Medicine.
I'm sorry. I think that was his focus. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Field medic. Nope. And first response. No, neither of those come into play.
Alrighty, got us momentum. So
Okay. So he heals one stress. I believe for each momentum you spend, he can heal one more. So you could heal up to 2 stress.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll spend that momentum.
Okay. So correct. 2 out of that 6 stress is now healed.
Hooray! I'll say whenever you're ready.
All right.
Thank you.
And with that, you dive back in. No, not corn.
I'm back, but something's different.
Karak is back.
We need to make this attempt right meow.
He nods.
He says that he will be acting as a conduit to help assist.
Thank you, Karak. For what it's worth, I believe in you. She smiles and looks back at the purple vortex.
He nods.
Is she
Oh.
absolutely sure that who she is looking for is through this field? Like, telepathically?
You can feel it tugging at you.
Okay. Well, we are going to attempt to make a safe space through that and follow that tugging.
All right. Here we go. Control command. Difficulty 4. Complication range 4. Karak can assist. Karak, your complication range is only 3 because the guys on the other side are helping you.
Okay. You're gonna want all the dice.
Yes, I'm going to want all the dice, and that's going to be, I think, 6 threat total to buy 3 dice.
Ooh,
You don't happen
wow.
to have a cool medal for that, do you?
I don't. I hadn't picked out a medal. I haven't found the file for it, which is kind of a lame excuse, but I gotta okay it with Grennan when I figure out what it is that we get.
Well, actually, if you want that particular medal, that medal is the which one?
I can't remember. It's either the Starfleet Citation for Conspicuous Gallantry
Oh,
or it's the
it's the Citation for Conspicuous Gallantry, and that one only costs 2.
Yeah, I have a note from 6-6 that I needed to buy an award, but I didn't catch the name of it.
Oh, I think that might have been it. The Citation for Conspicuous Gallantry.
I believe so.
Yeah, you were talking about it before. I just didn't know if you got it or not.
So yeah, that was the one you wanted to buy. So I'm fine with you having it.
Okay. Yeah, I have terrible with names. Terrible. It's actually laughable.
Here, I'll copy it down for you so you can add it to your sheet. Come on, let me copy the whole thing. So, you say you're giving me 6 threat and you're going to spend that metal?
Mm-hmm.
So, roll 6 challenge dice.
Okay. Get out of editing my thing there. Six challenge dice.
I gain 4 momentum, as opposed to all 6.
That's good.
Okay. Yay, that helps.
does look like
actually, hang on. First things first, though. Wait. Oh, no, it doesn't, because this isn't a, hang on. I gotta confirm one thing.
Derek says we have no time, so I'm definitely under pressure now.
Yep. Yep. Oh, well, that was already in play. It made it not difficulty 5. No, doesn't matter, because you're not doing a science roll. Anyway.
Okay.
Yep, go for it. Oh my god.
Can I spend a value?
It's nice.
Can
Do
I
you have
spend a
a-
milestone?
What are your milestones?
Let's see.
Oh no.
I have a milestone from helping the Indolans be safe. I have another milestone from the Indolan episode spent while looking over the list of requirements for plants.
I'll take the one for helping the Indolans to get safety.
Yay.
Noted it is spent.
Whew, you get to re-roll 3. Wow, that's a
Remember I
20, a
told you?
19, and a 20. Yikes.
Remember I told you when it really matters, I keep messing up the rolls.
Wow.
I always have to re-roll, and then I do
Hey!
fine. Here you go. This is it.
Nice.
Okay,
There's sick.
you gain 2 momentum.
I'm just moral support.
That is okay. I will take it.
As I'm still going to spend 2 threat, and between it, each of you are going to take Doll, you take 3 stress. Karak, you take 1, except I'm going to spend a threat to re-roll 2 of those.
Thanks.
And nothing happens. Thanks, I hate it.
Don't pick on my amoral support. I need him. This is my emotional support officer.
This
Yeah.
is my emotional support officer.
Exactly.
As the 2 of you make your way into the Maelstrom,
I also respond to like commands like sit and stuff. So
You would not.
and
do
as
that.
you wander through, you see all sorts of, you see this purplish energy flicking about in the darkness. And as you walk closer and closer to what is the center of this storm, the flickers start to coalesce into more and more coherent shapes. And as you walk by them, you see that they're the figures of humanoid people, many clutching their heads in pain, some of them their arms outstretched, their heads back, screaming. And as you approach the center, you start to see one of them more and more clearly. It's standing out above the others. And it's on its knees, clutching its head.
She's going to reach out to touch his shoulder, or its shoulder.
Yeah.
Barack is scanning, looking for threats while he's doing that.
Give me control command diff 3, comp 3. Spending a couple threat.
Me or
That's
Kara?
a visual scan, by the way.
No, you doll.
Oh, okay.
And again, I'll say Karak can be assisting you because you specifically said you're keeping your mind out, trying to keep her safe.
I would like to use one of those momentum to buy an extra die. You did say diff 3, right? And complication 3? Okay.
Uh-huh. Nice. Karak.
Is the complication 2 for me?
Yeah, it's 2 for you.
Okay, and let me see. Here we go. Hooray!
We get the momentum back.
There's this figure hunched over on the ground, clutching its head in pain. Blue skin, pointed ears, this cranial ridging.
Well, the ears are cool. Correct, thanks.
Eh.
It's someone who's in pain and need of help. We know the way out. Come with us.
It burns. He lied to us.
Well, we get out of here, we'll go find who lied to you and make them pay. Come with us.
I can't.
What was the lie?
And as you're holding this person, you feel like as you're touching them, you feel that they're actually melting away. Just by the fact now that you've made contact with them, as though they were stuck but are finally able to move from their position again. Feel, Prince. He lied to us.
In what way?
Burn. The light. So bright.
They seem to be unresponsive.
They're
Did you
immortal,
not
right?
hear me?
I heard you say the light was bright and it burns. And you said the
He
prince
claws
lied.
his way up to his feet and sort of grasps at your shoulder, even as, sort of in these purple wisps of energy, the smoky figure is already starting to blow away in the wind.
She's gonna try and hug him and keep all of his bits together.
Well,
This
It's just
we
horrifying.
we want him to disappear, don't we? To leave this place. But what I'm trying to understand what they were saying. Like they said that the prince lied about light. Is that what they were saying?
He told us. They told us that we were honored, that we would receive great rewards. They brought us into that room. That big empty room. To receive our rewards, then the light had burned.
Is the light what we experienced when we got hit by that psionic attack? Or does it sound familiar to Doll or I?
Karak, give me, I'll say reason command difficulty 2 to put together what he's talking about. No complication range, just...
Yeah, do I have any focuses that apply?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'll buy a die with threat because I don't want to spend the momentum. In case we need it.
Nope. I can't give it to you.
Yep. What about at cost?
I'm gonna say no.
All right.
Could I have assisted him in this?
How much, I don't think Karak told you much about, all the knowledge he knows about the cause of the anti-psionic field.
I think maybe Karak's player is fuzzy on that. Is probably why he didn't explain it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is more of an out of
Holloway,
character
would you like
issue
to
than an
remind him?
in-character.
What?
Holloway, would you like to remind him?
Sorry, I'm having issues. What's the question?
Would you like to remind Karak about what the cause of the anti-psionic field is?
Oh, yeah, super weapon, Steel Prince.
But who's the Steel Prince? Like, is he a woo
He's
or a?
he's over the Quaqua Principality. He's the
He's the ruler of the Quaqua Principality.
He's the guy
Okay.
that's attacking the woohoo.
Okay, so are these people like clearly Qua or woo?
Yeah, I'll say in your briefings, I won't even make you roll for that. You can recognize this person as a Quaqua.
Okay, so it sounds like that they tested their psionic weapon device on their own people before implementing it on others, is what I'm.
Well, so specifically, what I'll tell you, because you kind of got it, and it was pretty clearly spelled out in the logs and everything. This super weapon they have is fueled by what is effectively a matter-antimatter reaction. But instead of being fueled by the reaction between matter and antimatter, it is fueled between the reaction between anti-psionic energy and sentient beings.
Okay, so they have harnessed the power of these people's minds, I guess, to fuel their nefarious device. So if we
These people are being burned as fuel.
From the brain outward.
Okay.
It sounds like.
Are they being held here by this vortex? Like, are we able to free them from here?
Doll, you can give me, now that you're in, especially with what you're feeling here, give me a reason science difficulty of 3, and I'll say you're testing a theory into practice comes into play, so you do have a third die.
Can I assist?
For free.
Assist okay, or assist no?
No, this is Doll just working something out herself.
Alright.
Nice. Yep. And your psionics focus comes into play, so that's fine.
Yay.
Doll, it's sad, but you realize what's tying you here isn't this person's full consciousness. This is the last death throes of a mind in pain, an echo of a being's last instant.
Well, I kind of gathered that they weren't going to survive this. And as sad as it is, if they need to be at peace and they need to let go, I'm going to tell them, it's okay. It doesn't have you anymore. It's okay to let go.
Give me
Go
presence.
towards the light, Carol Ann.
Give me presence command difficulty 3.
I go, yeah. That's my assistance.
Difficulty of 3 with only 2 dice.
Well, there's momentum.
Yeah, I'll buy a die with momentum. If I give him threat, he's just gonna throw it right back at me. I mean,
Does do
right
that.
then and there. I mean, that is a thing.
Do you have the thing, cautious command?
I do not.
Well, Karak, you can also assist. Presence command.
This is my specialty. Would composure help?
I'll say so.
Cool. Come on, big money. Hooray!
That hits.
Did it.
This Quaqua steps away from you. And as his hand trails off your shoulder, you feel that he left something with you, something that was missing, something that had been pulled from you when his consciousness slammed into yours at light speed. And as he pulls away, the tears just start streaming down his face. Thank you. Thank you. And he fades away.
Fascinating.
Kara shakes her head. You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I think I want that Steel Prince dead. Very slowly. We need to get out of here. There are more people to save.
While I understand your emotions, that would be against Regulation 41.2, subsection C. So are there other people that we can free here? Karak suggests that we free all of them to destroy this weapon or disable this weapon.
It's a passing thought if it doesn't take too much stress and kill us.
As you try to walk around, you find that the other wisps here sort of dissipate as you approach them. It's as though they're not really there. They're embers flitting in the breeze.
Maybe that was the last one, or the most powerful, or whatever. Perhaps it's time to go.
She nods.
There's no place like home.
So with a little pushing, you manage to push yourself out of the Maelstrom and back into the ocean proper. And then, with a simple thought, hang on. Come on, help me out here. And with a jerk, dog, you jerk up in a cot in a building you've never seen before.
Oh, I thought you were saying that she departs the ocean with this jerk here. Oh, man. Sorry, go ahead.
You're surrounded by Dr. Cross, Dr. Why am I blanking on it? Dr. Kingston, Karak, a bunch of woohoo. And you see Grak in the back, stoically silent.
As I do.
Gently tousled by the breeze.
Kara takes a moment to blink and get her bearings about her and sit up very slowly.
As she's doing that, I'm just making sure, like, all right, her eyes are, focusing on this thing, kind of like doing the whole, like, focus on this pen kind of thing, whatever it is. Just doing a quick functions check to make sure she's there.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Right.
Depends on if you're holding them as live it long and prosper or not. She might say 3.
That's not my thing.
Commander, I see you have returned from the ocean.
Yes. Oh, thank you for your assistance in that.
It must have been an incredibly powerful psionic event to have affected you in such a way.
She
This
frowns a
weapon is
bit.
quite dangerous.
Whoever this Steel Prince is needs to be brought to justice. He is guilty of war crimes that are unspeakable. No one should ever live through what I just witnessed.
Well, fortunately, your captain appears to have done his job in convincing the Wuhu Senate to support the Federation's position.
She nods slightly. I have faith in my captain.
Speaking of which, I will calm the captain and relay that we have both returned.
Thank God.
She looks at the dock. Thank you for keeping my body in one piece while I was not here. She smiles a bit.
Well, that's the job. Glad to have you back, Commander.
It's like I
Good
was
to be back.
2 hours away from harvesting your organs. But that's cool.
2 hours? I thought he said 1.
Did I get any sort of like readings from like her brainwaves or anything like that? Like anything that might have like maybe allow me to understand a little bit as to what happened to her mentally, maybe?
Yeah, sure. Give me a reason medicine difficulty 3. There's a momentum on the board.
Would xenobiology work? Because I've been working with her,
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
therapy stuff.
She's a different species than you. You have to understand how Betazoid biology works. I'll allow it. All right, you get the momentum back.
Sweet.
It would appear that her brainwaves just sort of all at once returned to normal.
To last recorded normal, right?
Yeah. As in normal brain activity, not this weird sort of semi-comatose state she was in before.
Commander, whenever everything is settled again, I wouldn't mind re-examining just in case you have all your neurological functions. Make sure you're all there. Motor skills, stuff like that. So.
She just stares.
I'm sorry packing up the medical gear if we're heading out. So.
I'm fine, Doctor.
Oh,
Kara wiggles her fingers experimentally and stares at them. I believe I would like to head out as well.
Well, correct. Not all of us can read minds here, so if you need help, let me know. Maybe some perspiration there I can see, but how are you feeling?
Wow.
What were you saying, Grinnin?
Never mind. What were you saying?
I was just telling him I'm fine.
I'll take his Tim and stuff like that. Just make sure too.
Just a little stressed. Nothing a change of scenery wouldn't fix.
Jesus Christ.
I know they're bad. That's the best part.
And so, why am I blanking on his name again?
Head eyeball.
Laveau.
Laveau. I kept almost saying Lavoie. No, Laveau.
I have the notes.
Turns to you, Karak, and says, I see you managed to get through your first experience in the ocean in one piece.
Indeed, it was.
It would appear that the illumination process has worked successfully. It will take some effort to truly master the ability, but in time, you might be able to learn greater psionic ability.
Quite interesting. Thank you.
Sorry, stepped away for a second.
Out of character, that's awesome. In character, he's very well composed.
Yeah, no, correct. Look at the traits on your sheet.
Oh, I looked, and that's what I was saying. Out of character, that's awesome. Really cool.
Yep.
In character, he's more composed, fascinating, interesting. Other ing words.
As mechanically, what that means is you now have the ability to gain psionic talents, not just the ones that the Vulcans can get.
Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, I did want to pick up mind meld at some point because what kind of Vulcan can't mind meld? But maybe I'll look at some other
loser
stuff too.
Vulcan. That's what kind
Loser
of
Vulcan, maybe.
Oh.
And so I think we will pick things up on the bridge of the Ganymede.
Get out of my chair.
As presumably it's a little bit later, but the doctor and commander probably are able to come up onto the bridge. The doctor having finally cleared Dahl for active duty again.
I'm gonna turn and say, "It's good to see you back on the bridge, Commander."
Lucky to be back. Thank you for sending Carrick.
No one gets left behind.
He smiles softly.
Hang on a second.
Permission to speak freely, Captain.
Granted.
The Steel Prince needs to die a horrible, awful death.
Okay. You actually get a smile and a laugh out of Jack.
Carrick just continues facing his control panel, but kind of looks up with a raised eyebrow. Oh
This is the girl who will find plants on planets and various children and orphans, and she's always got a bleeding heart for everything. And she's telling you that she wants another living thing dead. This is as close to what as you can get.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Commander, that is the intention of the fleet.
Excellent.
Carrick goes back to his work, which is to update his file on Dahl as possibly homicidal.
And so the preparations for the 10th Fleet continue as the Steel Prince continues his machinations. But meanwhile, you all look out over the Woodra system. People, a very troubled people, but who are being somewhat united by this threat facing them. And as you look out your view screen, you see the assembling Woohoo War Fleet. And that will be the end of tonight's episode.
Woohoo!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for Star Trek Ganymede, Season 1, Episode 15, Maelstrom of the Mind, Part 2. Will our adventuring crew be able to stop the Steel Prince and bring an end to this maddening madness? You'll have to find out next time. Until then, if there's any other announcements from the crew or the captain?
Huh? You good?
Hailing frequencies closed. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. We'll see you next time Among the Stars.
Well, there you go.